He's good at accents and he's good at moving, and he could be an amazing superhero. I think he'd probably also love all the suits if he were, I imagine. I don't know. I'm sure that Yelena would be absolutely heartbroken and gutted that she lost her sister again. But I think there's that sad balance, which is that she knows that she would have done it for so many other people. I guess that's Natasha's true colors coming through, that she would be happy to let other people survive over herself.
Hi, Florence. Welcome to Pinkvilla. It's so exciting to see you, because I was one of the lucky few who got to watch Black Widow before the rest of the world. And I think there's like a common consensus that yours was like a standout performance as Yelena. But do you have any pressure, coming into the MCU with the hardcore Marvel fans, whether they will accept you with open arms or not?
Of course, that was something that I definitely had time thinking about when I accepted the role. I think, it's very exciting to be considered for a role like this, but it's also a lot of pressure. And the moment I was over being, the moment I had settled into the idea of being Yelena, I also realized that I had a lot of big shoes to fill. And I didn't want to let anyone down. And I didn't want this character that had been loved by so many as a comic, book character. I didn't want people to think that the casting was incorrect. And so, yeah, I think when you take on a character like this, you're fully aware that you don't want fans to think that you messed it up. So I think for the last 2 years, I've been hoping that people will appreciate it. So I'm really happy that people get to watch it soon.
Even going a little bit back off front, if you consider Avengers Endgame, especially with what happened with Nat and her entire character arc of a decade-long journey, and how close Yelena is to Nat. What I wanted to ask you is, do you think her death, sacrificing herself for the greater good, was justified in your opinion?
Oh my goodness. It's something that I've thought about after I've had the role. I remember watching that movie and I remember crying like everyone, and just thinking how beautifully shot that fight sequence was at the end, and how amazing Scarlett was and Jeremy. And obviously the moment I got the role and and when we finished shooting and I saw the relationship that we had put on camera, it really did make me think about how Yelena would react to hearing that her sister had done that. I think for someone that hurt by things that had happened to her in her earlier life, I'm sure that Yelena would be absolutely heartbroken and gutted that she lost her sister again. But I think there's that sad balance, which is that she knows that she would have done it for so many other people. I guess that's Natasha's true colors coming through, that she would be happy to let other people survive over herself. And I suppose in some sense, Yelena would have to be okay with that decision. That doesn't mean to say that it wouldn't be painful, and it doesn't mean to say that she wouldn't, hate Natasha for making that decision. I guess we'll have to see.
Shifting gears a little bit, but with the Marvel Connect, if there's another movie of yours that we're super excited about, it's obviously Don't Worry, Darling. And as a huge One Direction fan myself, I wanted to ask you, do you think your co-star Harry Styles would make a good Marvel superhero?
Oh my goodness. I don't know about that one. I mean, sure. He's good at accents and he's good at moving, and he could be an amazing superhero. I think he'd probably also love all the suits if he were, I imagine. I don't know.
So towards the, in the post-credit scene, I won't spoil it obviously, but we get a sense of direction of where your character is headed in the MCU. And there's also the confirmation of you being in Hawkeye. So how excited are you for your future in the MCU, especially given, with Nat's arc ending and yours starting? How is that? How overwhelming is that?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when we started shooting this film, there was never really any definitive yes or no if I was going to continue. And obviously you always hope, and you always hope that your character is going to be likable enough that people want to see you come back again. To be honest, I'm just really grateful that I'm here and that I was invited to join the party. So I think from my humble position, if anything happens in the future, it would be amazing. And if I'd be able to, you know, continue Yelena's story, I'd be so grateful. But for this moment right now, I'm still grateful, and I'm still pinching myself that I was allowed to join this film. So I think we'll just have to see.
Your Indian fans are super excited to see you, by the way. So we're like, best of luck. I hope the movie makes like $1 trillion billion at the box office.
Me too.
Thank you so much.
Bye, darling. Bye.
Bye.